Another eBay purchase that was supposedly working when it was shipped, but when it arrived, it wasn't. This one's actually to be used as a prop in a TV series, so they're kind of in a hurry to get it working because they need it for a scene that they are shooting. It's a Sony DSR11 DVCAM player, and this one here, well, as I say, it doesn't load a tape. So let's check it out and see what we can do to fix this one. What we have here today is a prop that's going to be used in a TV show. Let's see if we can get it working. Let's take a look at what we've got. Oh, it's a Sony DSR11, and the front door is missing. So this is a unit that is going to be a prop on a TV show. The fellow that brought it to me actually contacted me asking me if I had one that I could rent, and I said, well, I don't have this model. I have a DHR1000, but they were looking for this specific model. So I picked it up on eBay, and of course it didn't work, so it doesn't load a tape, apparently. So I have the job of getting this one going, and if we can get this one going, you'll see this one on an upcoming episode of a TV show. And I don't know that I should mention what it is now, so I won't tell you the name of the show. If I've got permission to mention the name of the show, I'll put it in the comments. But I'll just say it's going to be it's a prop from an upcoming show. It'll be used in a police station environment where they're going to be looking at a tape, and they needed this. The script called for this specific machine. Anyway, let's get into this thing and see what the problem is. The front panel's missing. The door is missing on the front. It came from eBay. It was shown as working, but it doesn't work. Before I even attempt to load a tape, I'm going to pull the top off it just so that I can see what it's doing or what it's not doing. Pull off this top board as well. Try to load a tape and see what happens, see what it does. That doesn't sound very good. Is it only accepting the large tapes? It looks like it's in the position for a large tape, and it's not retracting the reels in for the smaller tape. You see, when you push the tape in, it should pull those spools back in. Let's try a large tape. So it's not accepting the large tape either. So I guess I need to pop the front loader out of here. Unplug this plug first, just so I can get the circuit board folded back out of the way. I got to pull this front panel off. How is this held on? I think it's just clips on it. So we'll take out remove these clips, and the front panel should lift off this one. See, a fellow that owns this, he contacted me asking if I had one that I could rent for their shoot. And I said, well, I don't have this. I don't have one of these. I have a DHR 1000, but my DHR 1000, the analog output doesn't work, just the DV output. And okay, so then I guess he found this one on eBay, and it was sold to him as a functional unit, and it's not functional, which, surprise, surprise, it came from eBay. What do you expect? That's par for the course. Stuff from eBay generally doesn't work. If you get something that works from eBay, you're very lucky. At least that's been my experience, and people that I know who've purchased stuff from eBay have all had the same problem. Most of this old stuff will have had, there's a couple of screws on the bottom, will have had so many hours on it. These old DVCAM decks A lot of these were used in broadcast by TV stations for news gathering. A lot of TV stations went to DVCAM because it was a lot less money than Betacam at the time. And a lot of these machines will have literally thousands upon thousands of hours of use, and they've all been abused because they mostly were used in a TV station setting. So most of these things have been abused over the years. I'm surprised any of them still work. Now remember, I worked in broadcast for a couple years, and I saw how the equipment was abused by the operators. Okay, that comes off. And the front loader lifts out of here somehow. Registration problem on the camera? No problem. Just give it a smack on the left side. Tape not loading in a VCR? Just slam it down. Yeah, a lot of abuse of equipment at the station that I worked at. Everything got beat up on a daily basis. Surprised any of it worked at all, actually. Looks to be a couple more screws down here that hold the front loader in place. There's one, and there should be another one back here. I don't think there's any on the front on this one. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've taken one of these apart, but I think it just lifts out. Is there anything on the front? This front piece may need to come off. And then this should lift up. Okay, that lifts up. Probably a catch or plug at the back. Now there is a plug back here for this front loader. Of course, it plugs in somewhere else on the board. Loosen off the slack here. See, that's what brings the guide of the reels back in when you put in a smaller tape. push the, turn the gears by hand and try to put the mechanism through its paces. See if it'll load by hand. Something's jamming on this, I can just sense it. What I'm doing now is I'm just looking to see if there's anything bent. So I'm just kind of looking at the way the tape is fitting, and they're looking to see if there's any misalignment of parts, which at this point I can't see anything until I do see something, and I will in a minute. Looks like something's bent. Okay, I believe this bar is supposed to be down. Like this bar is sticking up. That's what opens the tape lid, and I think that bar is supposed to be down. But why it's up is the question. I think this bar is supposed to be down below. It's either jumped out of position or it's bent. This is supposed to be down like that, I think. Maybe even lower than that. I think that's where that's supposed to be, is down here. So that when the tape goes in, that lifts the lid. We'll try that again and see whether it will lift the lid. See, that the tape should go in, and that should lift it, but it still seems like it's not in the right position. I think it's supposed to be down even lower. It's supposed to be down like that. I think that's where it's supposed to be. Oh, you know what? My tape guides are in. Just reset them to the out position and try that again. Alright, let's try this one more time. I do believe the tape threaded. It's threaded. Let's just see whether we get a picture. Yeah, where's play on this thing? Play. Any questions? I do believe I got it. Just eject the tape. Where's eject? There's eject there. The tape spools pull back for the larger tape. I don't know if there's anything on this tape. This tape might be damaged. Let me just look and see if this tape has been fixed. No, this tape has been repaired. Okay. This was one that my other machine decided to chew up. So this is a full-size DVCAM tape. And this one's playing as well. My aquarium, my old aquarium, one fish left. That little clownfish there. That's the only one that's left. This was done about 12 years ago. When that fish finally expire, because he's very old. He's 20 years old now. I had him in my prior tank before putting this one in. When that final fish finally does kick the bucket, I get rid of the tank and reclaim my living room, get some space back, because a fish tank takes up 4 feet by 2 feet by, well, it's actually about 5 feet, 6 feet by 3 feet, let's say, when it's offset from the wall. So when I get back that real estate, I move a TV over there, and I'll run the video on there, and it'll remind me of my fish tank that I no longer have to feed or clean or maintain. But yep, this one's working. The guy that owns it will be very happy. We'll check all the other features out on here. Fast forward. Yep, fast forward's working. This is recorded in DV mode, not DVCAM. Fast forward. Rewind working. Yep. Stop. We'll try full fast forward. What is that horrible noise? He said it made lots of noise in fast forward and rewind. That's not why it was brought to me. You know what? But what the hell's making that noise? Is it a fan? Could be the fan making that racket. Let me just see here. Something's making a hell of a noise. Let's just see if it's the fan. Nope. Something is just screaming there. A bearing or something's bad somewhere in there. Alright, we'll mount the front panel, and we'll get that circuit board mounted again. Then I'll investigate where that noise is coming from. See if I can spot what's making a racket when it's put into fast forward and rewind. The power unplugged right now while I put this on. I gotta clip the board back in. Like that. There's 3 screws that hold this little circuit board in place, and then I can turn it over and look in the bottom, see where that noise is coming from. I mean, it sounds like a bearing on a motor. That's what it sounds like. Alright, let's turn it over here and just see where the heck, if we can see where that racket's coming from. A battery down here for the backup. Now, is it capstan motor or what's making that racket? Could be the capstan motor, I guess. I think these ones are, they're not spooled by the capstan, unlike the millimeter. So you know what it is? I think it's the capstan motor. I'm going to put that on there and just see if I can feel it. Even though the capstan motor is not actually doing anything. Like, the capstan motor does not drive the reel spools. That's done by, there's a separate reel motor on the bottom here. If we look, the reels are done by a separate motor. And it's not the reel drive motor, because when When I put my finger on it, I did not feel vibration coming from it, but it might be the capstan motor here. Let's just see. Let me just go to fast forward and see whether this is where the noise is coming from. I think it's the capstan motor. That's weird. I think it's the capstan motor that's screaming. I don't know if I can, I don't know that I can remove this board so I can see it without disconnecting these cables. Something else I've just noticed on here is I don't see any lights on the front. I'm sure that those were lit up before. I'm sure these lights were lit. But they're not lit now. I wonder why. That's weird. Start putting the unit back together. Yeah, the display lights, well, the play and the power light and stuff don't appear to be on. I don't know why. I thought I saw them on earlier. I guess if I look back at the video, I can see whether they were indeed on. I thought I saw them on, but I don't see them on now. I don't know why they're not on. I certainly didn't touch anything that I know of. I don't think there's anything touching on here. I mean, the board's got standoffs on it, so I don't know what would have happened. Maybe there's ribbon cable when I turned it down, you know, to get at it. Maybe there's a connection here, something broken. But all the functions of the unit, like the unit works. Fast forward works, rewind works. Everything works on here, and pause. Everything works. Just the lights aren't lighting up. That is bizarre, but there's no display on this machine anyway. I'm sure it had an on-screen display that's probably controlled by the remote, whether they use that or not. So I'm looking to see whether we can figure out where the hell these lights are. These lights aren't working. I'm going to the bottom side of this board. See if there's any fuses or anything that may have let go. There's a fuse here, F602. It's a KAB2402. It says 1 amp. I think that's this one right here. Let's just see whether this is... Okay, that appears to be open. I wonder if that's why the lights aren't working. Well, I guess we can just try sticking a piece of wire over it and see whether the little lights come back on. A little strand of wire across that. And see whether that'll make the lights come on. Try that. See whether that'll get my lights back on the front of this unit. Because I was talking with the guy that owns it, and he goes, well, we kind of want to see the lights because in the scene that this is going to be on, they're going to load a tape and play it. And they'd like to see if the lights work. They'd like to see the lights on it. So I don't know why that fuse would have popped, because I certainly did not touch anything. But it appears that this fuse has gone open. So we'll just put a bit of solder on there, and I'm just going to tack a wire over it and see whether the lights come back on. And I'll also test the Firewire on it, because he said the Firewire looked gnarly. Well, it does. He said, did you check it? Well, no, because you didn't ask me to check it. But I'll check it now. See whether that works. Okay, so that little open fuse has now been replaced. Let's see whether that's why the lights weren't working. Hopefully it's that. this one back in and plug the power in and see if we get any lights or any smoke. One of the two. Oh, we got a light. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, perfect. That has got the light working. Excellent. So, for whatever reason, a fuse blew. Now, I have no idea why, because when I put this on, I had the power unplugged, so nothing touched it. And as far as I know, it was working. Unless while I was working on it, something touched, or on the flex cable, something shorted. Because I thought I saw the lights on when I had the board down, and when I put it back on, it wasn't working. And I haven't had it off again since then. But now the lights are back on. Excellent. So now we got a green and a red light. That'll make the guy happy. Anyway, I'll go and dig up something with the Firewire, and we'll see whether the Firewire puts out a picture. I'll go grab something that's got a Firewire in. What's got a Firewire in? Oh, you know what? I have that little DVD recorder that has a Firewire in. Well, let's just go grab that and plug that into it and see whether I get a picture on it. Okay, I've got my Firewire cable here and my little direct DVD burner authoring device, Sony. We'll plug the Firewire into the Firewire connector on the back here, see if it's working. And I'll load up a tape. I'll throw this DVCAM tape in. So I'll turn this thing on. Green light comes up on the front. And how's this tape going? Like that. Alright, let's see. All copies, copy all videos in the camcorder DVD. Press that to start recording. And I can go into the menu on this if I want to change the speed down. I'm actually going to record this tape onto DVD for the hell of it. Okay, I hit menu, video to DVD, and it's from DV in. It's an SP. Manual. I forget even how to work this thing setup. I'll take it down to the record quality. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. I'm going to load a blank disc. A DVD. Oh, there's a disc in it already. Well. Okay, now on this side I should be able to hit play. It lights up, and we're going to just do a recording here. So let it check the disc, and I should be able to hit the play button. Actually, I should be able to put this in automatic and just hit record video to DVD and DV in. Yes, press that to start recording. And that actually, oh, it's going to rewind the tape and start the tape playing. Waiting for video signal. And of course the head's clogged. Well, they should clear up here in a second. Great. Got clogged heads. There we go. They're probably still clogged. There we go. Oh, the head's clogged momentarily, but it looks like they cleared themselves up. And it's recording. So I'm going to let this tape just go onto onto this little DVD recorder here. You can see it's recording. The lights are kind of shining on the screen here, but it is recording. And I'll let this do its thing. I'll just dub this tape straight over to DVD using this little Sony DVD authoring machine, which incidentally it delivers a fantastic picture. This is such a cool machine. If I record on my, now I have a little Sony Handycam that does AVC HD, and I can record on that and plug the USB into this and make an AVC HD disc on here, which is a high definition disc on DVD media that plays on a Blu-ray machine in high definition. But it doesn't work with the camera that I'm using. This records in AVC HD as well, unless it's in one of the wrong modes. But my other little camera, the one that I can put the little mini DVDs in and record directly to DVD, well, I can record to either internal memory on the camera or to a memory stick plugged into it and transfer that over to this. So the camera has 8 gigs of internal memory. I can record 8 gigs of AVC HD video, throw a dual layer disc in here and transfer it over to a dual layer DVD and get about, I think it's about an hour and, about an hour and a half under, 80 minutes maybe, 80 or 90 minutes on a disc in AVC HD mode. 40 minutes in the highest quality mode on a regular disc. But it's a neat little machine. Anyway, a setup like this is kind of cool. A player or a camera and one of these, and you can make a DVD straight from the tape. Anyway, I'm going to let this run, verify that everything records, and then I can sign off on this and say, yeah, the DV connector works, and it has control because I was able to start this by just hitting that one button. It started up the playback machine. Alright, it's done. It burned my disc when the tape ended. This automatically finalized the disc. So this unit is fixed. Did it rewind the tape as well? We'll find out when I eject it. It did not. So let's just reload the tape and rewind it back to the beginning. As you see, the lights are all working. Rewind. It's yellow for rewind. Oh, that's loud. Probably not quite as loud with the cover on. Well, maybe it is. Not quite as loud there. That's a little better. Still loud. I think that's the capstan motor bearing. But not too worried. It's going to appear in a TV show, and when that show airs, you will see this machine and you'll recognize it because it's missing the front cover. I don't think they'll be rewinding it. The fellow that brought it to me, who was a prop master for the show, said that they need the lights to show because they're going to load a tape and press play, so they need the light to light up that they're pressing play, and then I guess you'll see something that's recorded on the tape on the monitor. It's supposed to be used in a police station type scene where they're going to be looking at the footage off of a DV tape, and they're going to be using this little deck. So when you see it on TV, you can say, hey, I know who fixed that machine. Make sure everything is still good. Yep, heads are clear. Everything's working. As you can see, we'll eject the tape, and I'll say thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.